shit.
You had to start playing. See, over that you need to play like Cool G Rap, Rikers Island track.
I'm gonna start a new crew called Rockers Island. We need a light. Who just walked off with my lighter? Somebody walked off with my lighter. I hate earthlings, yo. They always do that.
Earthlings, shit. Really? Oh, right.
Only an alien can say
that. Only an alien can say that, yeah, man. Yeah. Right, let's get
we're making a DVD about Seconds and Breakers.
Right.
We've interviewed a lot of B-boys from all over the world, especially a lot of US B-boys.
Right.
But we just wanted to talk to you about Seconds and Breakers. I don't know what you know about the crew, if anything, but...
Well, I'll tell you what I do know. Is this rolling?
Yeah.
Is this rolling? Yeah. I'll tell you what I do know. I'll tell you what I do know. I don't know.
Give it the big...
Yo, what's up? Y'all already know who this is. I ain't even gonna say my name. If y'all don't know who I am, then you're in the wrong game. But seriously, anybody who does know me knows that I am very strict when it comes to the vocabulary of the dance and its history. And I think I've done a pretty good job at piecing together the U.S. history, which is really New York history when you come down to the bottom line. But then, as a student of the dance, coming over to Europe a lot, and now living in Europe and frequently being in the UK and stuff like that, you pick your habits, follow you wherever you go. You're still learning history and things of that nature. You can't talk about Europe history without talking about Second and None. This is something I have learned. You cannot talk about it from the way I see it. And I don't know nothing. I'm from the US, young, dumb, trying to get some, just like every B-boy out here. But from what I see, any B-boy that talks about European and UK history and doesn't at least begin with Second and None, don't know what they're talking about. The greats, from what I've heard, I've gone all over the world. I've spoken to the greats. My man Speedy, you know, from Germany, one of the greatest B-boys that ever did it, sat down and he told me the story of the first time he really knew what breaking was. He was dabbling in it. He went down to Switzerland to a jam called CH Fresh, and he said, and he put his hand on my shoulder as he said it. He said, Ness, that's when I saw Second and None, and everything changed.
Oh, shit.
And just hearing that from Speedy, hearing that from Storm, you know what I'm saying, is enough for me to co-sign it. Because Speedy, Storm, those are some of the realest names. Swift Rock, those are some of the realest names in Europe and breaking. And when they stop and say no, we started getting it right when we saw Second and None. Even though I don't know Second and None history, I've had to learn to like just bow my heads and recognize that Second and None has definitely got to be one of the greatest crews that ever existed when you're talking about European and UK history and possibly even world history, because they inspired, you guys have inspired so many people. I mean, some of the best B-boys in the world, you know what I'm saying?
Yep,
Drop the name Second and None. You know, I've spoken to Freeze from Sweden, Throw Down Rockers, you know what I'm saying? Old school cats. It all comes back to Second and None. Second and None, you brothers, for real. I just wish I would have been able to see y'all in your heyday. I only wish that, but it's just an honor to be here next to you guys, get to know y'all. When a chance, it's a complete honor.
Have you seen much?
Y'all brothers need to come back. The world needs you guys. The world needs you guys. The world's got to see. Everybody got to come back. All the old timers got to come back, and y'all definitely got to come back.
Have you seen much footage of Seconds and Breakers?
None.
You've
None
seen
whatsoever.
that?
I have never seen no footage.
I need to get your email address and send you the DVD.
Unfortunately, I don't like to watch a lot of footage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't like to.
That's fair enough.
It's just like, it's just for my own personal reasons.
I know,
you know,
yeah.
because I have gone through my little stints of watching B-Boy DVDs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then I find myself doing things that I think I create. And then one day I'm sitting at home watching a DVD, and then I'll say, oh, that's where I got it.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with that. But in those days, I was heavily deep into the battling game, and I wanted to come with something different, so I made a decision not to watch footage, not to watch this or this guy. Sometimes I think the word of mouth is better than the footage. You know why? Because the footage takes away the most important thing of the dance, and that's the energy. The footage does not have the energy.
You can't witness
as of
it in the
being
flesh.
there live and seeing it, not just seeing it, feeling. hearing it. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I say I wish I could have been there. I didn't say I wish I could watch some footage. I wish I could be there because the energy's totally different.
Yeah,
The energy's totally different.
So on your travels around the world, you've heard people talk and tell you about Second to None.
Oh, yes.
So you think, do you think the B-boy world have been inspired by these guys? Would you see them as pioneers?
Hell yes. No, I don't see them as pioneers. If you look at the word pioneers, when you look at the word pioneers, none of us are pioneers. None of us are pioneers. But they are definitely legends. They are definitely a legendary crew. They're not pioneers, but they're trailblazers.
I got you.
You understand?
I understand
The pioneers
Yeah.
are the ones that walked that untouched land.
Yeah.
The trailblazers are the ones that came after them and took it over and developed those lands. Second to None is definitely trailblazers, without a doubt. Legends in their own right.
So you heard mad stories from people like Storm and
Storm, Swift Rock, Speedy, they all talk about Second to None. Freeze, Ghost Crew, Sweden, all talk about Second to None.
Have you hooked
So
up
I
with-
co-sign it. If I co-sign it, you know if I say it, it's real, it comes from the heart. I'm not a cheerleader. I don't get paid to, there's no physical, spiritual, financial, or social benefits in lying. In me saying a lie, saying what I feel about Second to None. Like I said, I don't even gotta watch it. I just hear the stories. The name still echoes in the right circles. It might not echo in a lot of these young kids' heads, but it echoes in the circles where it counts, and that's what's real. That's what's real.
Wicked, man.
I don't think you can really say any more.
No,
can't
Much
say
love and
anything.
respect.
No.